If you're thinking about getting your real estate license, let me tell you the pros and cons of being a real estate agent. Stay tuned. Hello there, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you're all having an incredible day. If you don't know who I am, my name is Aram. I'm a real estate agent here in the Chicagoland area. I've been in the business for 5 years and chugging along. And if you enjoy this video, please just take a moment, like the video, subscribe if you're new to the channel, and of course, leave a comment with your thoughts, feedback, compliments, insults, questions, whatever you got. I will reply to 100% of the comments that are down there. Greatly appreciate it. And of course, if you want that one-on-one coaching call vibe, I do a weekly Zoom call on my Patreon, so links in the description. It's $10 a month. You cannot go wrong. I generally charge $150 for those coaching calls. So you get them for 10. So I recommend you join. That being said, let's get down and toss this salad about pros and cons of being a real estate agent. So I just sat down 2 minutes before recording this video and put together this list of pros and cons. And I can't help but find out that all the pros are contradicted by the cons. So real estate is all a matter of perspective, okay? So let's start with the income bracket, right? A lot of people get their real estate license because you know what? They like the allure of that, you know what? There's no cap on my income. So that's a pro, and that's true. There is not a limit to how much you can make. Like for example, if you're an engineer, maybe your cap is 150 and you can't exceed that, right? There's no such thing in real estate. You can make $1 million, $3 million, $4 million, $5 million, or $5. There is no cap. However, the con is there's also no guaranteed income. So you could bust your butt for a year or two and end up making 20K each year, right? There's really no guarantee that you're gonna make it that unlimited income where you're gonna make more than you currently made at your job. It's all based on your effort. The second pro is freedom to schedule your day however you want, right? So for example, if you wanna take a day off, take a day off. If you wanna work, work. If you wanna go on vacation, you don't have to ask for time off. You have that freedom to make that decision. That being said, it is a huge time commitment to build a business. So a lot of people get into real estate thinking, hey, I want to make my own schedule, I want to make unlimited income. And then you realize in order to make that unlimited income, you could forget about your schedule because you will be working to the bone because it's a huge time commitment with your marketing, lead gen, showing houses, writing contracts. And God forbid you're too busy to show one client, one house, one time, and that house goes under contract before they see it. They will never forgive you. So you don't really have as much freedom as you really think. Yes, you have that decision, but there are consequences to you that you're taking advantage of the freedom of your schedule. Next up, in real estate is one of the few industries in the world where there's a lot of help and guidance. That's a pro. You do not have to reinvent the wheel. I always use a coffee shop as an example, right? Or let's use a cigar lounge. If you wanted to start a cigar lounge, there's no coaching programs for how to do that. If you want to be like a doctor or start like a clinic, right? There's no programs for that. There's nobody telling you how to do it. There's not even that many people that do it. So there's not a lot of guidance. What in real estate there is, right? There's coaching programs. There's 48,000 real estate agents in my market alone that do exactly what I do. So I could just learn from them, and the system is the same. The industry is the same. It's nothing brand new that I have to discover. There's no connections. I don't need a supplier to bring me my coffee beans, or I don't need a lease, right? So this is why it's a pro. So that's a pro for being a real estate agent. However, the con is, while you don't have to reinvent the wheel, what that leads to is a lot of competition. Like I said, there's 48,000 real estate agents in my market alone that could do exactly what I do, legally speaking. They could do buy and sell transactions, and they could charge less, they could charge more, but there's 48,000 of them, right? So it's a lot of competition. Another pro for real estate agents is low barrier to entry. What that means is, this is the reason I got into real estate, is because I'm like, wait, I could start a whole business where I could make $500,000 a year relatively easily with only $12,000 to $2,000 investment. I got a credit card with a $4,000 balance. Send the money. So that allows you to establish business, get the connections, and start making money without a massive investment versus, so if you start like a repair shop, you need to find first you need mechanics, and second you need a bay, you need to do a commercial lease, you get all these things, a lot of money going into it, right? Not with real estate. That being said, the low barrier to entry leads to a lot of people not knowing what they're doing and a lot of failure. 80 to 90% of real estate agents, I hate to break it to you, are not gonna make it past a year or two. And that's just a statistical fact right there. So that low barrier to entry, while it's good for, you know, the super motivated, they're gonna take time, educate themselves, become valuable to their clients. It is horrible for someone who's just kind of trying it, because it gives you the opportunity to just try it, but also gives you the opportunity to miserably fail. Next up, this is a great benefit for me because I grew up very poor. So as a real estate agent, I got access to houses and people that I would never be able to talk to in my entire life. For example, my first client was a rather wealthy gentleman. He lived in a very big house, and it was crazy for me to see that side of the world. So it opened up my perspective. I was like, wow, people can truly afford a $700,000 house. They can afford a Range Rover and an S-Class. I don't have to just settle for just an S-Class, right? So that it allows you to use your imagination more once you actually see it, so it's easier to visualize your success. So that's what being a real estate agent can give you access to if you have clients that are doing pretty well for themselves. A con is you have to go find those people, and that is not easy because everybody's looking for those clients. The final pro to being a real estate agent, you own your own business. That means you are the final decision maker. You do your marketing how you want to do your marketing. You work however many hours you want to work. You are in charge 100%. You're your own boss. That's a pro, right? However, here's the con. There is nobody to hold you accountable. And this is the weirdest thing. When people have jobs and it starts at 9 and it ends at 5, you better believe they're there at 8:55. That same person gets their real estate license and now are self-employed. We can't get them in the office by 10 o'clock if it kills me, right? And that just drives me crazy. How are you gonna show up for somebody else and build their business on time, but you won't show up for yourself to build your own business? And a lot of that comes with because there's no real money in it up front, but the money comes 3 to 4 or 5 years down the road. And a lot of people, unfortunately, cannot hold themselves accountable to remain consistent, or don't have someone to hold them accountable to remain consistent. Because listen, we're all busy, we got things going on. I don't have time to check in on you, be like, hey, you get to the office on time today? Nobody got time for that. That's the reality, right? Those are the pros and cons of being a real estate agent. I hope this was helpful. You know, look at both sides and see, you know, what type of person am I? Are the cons really things that I know I can't fix? Or is your side looking at oh my God, yeah, there's a lot of competition, no problem, because there's a huge failure rate. That's how I saw it. When I got into real estate, everyone was telling me, dude, 90% of people fail. I'm like, fantastic. So I only got to compete with 10. So it's all about perspective. So I hope this video was helpful. And if it was, you know what to do. Hit the like button. It's over here somewhere. Subscribe if you're not subscribed. Leave a comment with anything you want. You can insult me if you want. I don't care. I need it for the algorithm. And of course, join the Patreon so me and you can have one-on-one conversations on a weekly basis. That being said, I'll see you on the next video.